what you think they feel versus what they actually feel. So, Spirit, for the viewer, may we please have a look? How does the viewer think that their person is feeling towards them, please? What do you think they are feeling? We have got the Two of Pentacles, and this is versus what they're actually thinking. So the person that's on your mind, this is what they're actually thinking. May we have a look here, please, Spirit, for the viewer, the person that the viewer is thinking of. We have got the Page of Pentacles. So this is a story about two people who feel something real, but don't know how to hold it at the same time. One person is caught into the rhythm of this emotional back and forth, managing this inner chaos and longing and restraint, trying to keep the connection alive without dropping everything else. That is this Two of Pentacles. And the other is standing at a distance, wide-eyed, watching, learning, and not yet fully in the dance, but very much present in the heart. And that is this Page of Pentacles. And together, these cards, they speak of a bond suspended in space, where there are these two hearts that know each other and sense each other and mirror each other, but who haven't yet landed in the same emotional moment. One is navigating the waves, while the other one is studying the tide. So this reading is for you if you've felt caught between what you believe they feel and the quiet, unseen truth of what's actually stirring beneath the surface. So what you think they feel. The classic meaning of the Two of Pentacles, it speaks of balance and duality and the juggling of two realities. But in this imagery, where we see two coins that bear hearts and they're set apart, we see more than just the logistical or the emotional juggling. This is about two hearts that are deeply connected, but not currently united. There might be physical distance, emotional ambivalence, or inner conflict. From a psychological lens, this really represents a mirrored emotional experience. What you perceive in them might actually be a reflection of your own emotional flow. And you may feel like you're two peas in a pod, yet they're holding back and keeping you in this cycle of uncertainty. So this is someone who might really struggle with emotional regulation or commitment or internal pressure to get it right, and so their energy, it feels like it's constantly shifting and mirroring your hopes in one moment and then their fears in the next. So you might think that they feel conflicted or unsure or unready, but you're also sensing their deep care. And this card, it validates that your intuition isn't wrong. They do feel something real, but they haven't yet integrated it. The heart is there, but maybe the coherence is not. And then we have this Page of Pentacles as to what they really feel. So the Page of Pentacles classically represents a student or a messenger or someone beginning a journey of understanding and value. But in this card, there is also a skeleton of a child within the coin, symbolizing this unprocessed inner child energy. Perhaps innocence or fear or longing to be seen and chosen. The fact that this page is actually observing these Two of Pentacles, it really shows us that they're watching you. They're very aware of this emotional dance, but not yet ready to step into it fully. I've always loved the florals surrounding the coin here, and this suggests healing. It also talks about spiritual sensitivity and emotional awakening. So at their core, what they really feel is a desire to engage, to learn, to open, but they're doing it from this place of emotional immaturity or caution, possibly shaped by past wounds or fear of repeating mistakes. So psychologically, this might be someone who struggles to feel good enough or equipped to meet you where you are, and they might idealize you or put you on a pedestal, feeling more like a witness to the relationship than an active participant. So while you think that they're juggling with withholding, what's actually happening is a slow awakening and an internal preparation. So they're not detached. They're deeply curious, but they're also deeply cautious. Let's have another look on each pile. What you think versus what they're truly feeling. We have the Eight of Cups as to what you think, and then we have the Knight of Swords as to how they're truly feeling. So let's look at the imagery together in this Eight of Cups. And in this particular deck, it doesn't just depict someone simply walking away. It's a scene showing emotional alchemy. Before us, we see these little tiny bottles, and each of them are labeled with a different stage of soul transformation. We've got the Wake Up potion, we've got the Void, we've got Soul Journey, Despair, Let Go. So these are not just feelings, they're actually initiations. And they suggest that your person has been pulled into an emotional underworld, willingly or not. The Wake Up potion itself, it tells us that this connection shook something loose in them. And the Void, it reveals that they felt your absence as a hollow ache. Despair and Let Go, they suggest that they've wrestled with this loss or regret and release, not to move on, but perhaps to move through. And this is a territory of ego death and emotional purging and soul awakening. So while it may have looked like disinterest, the deeper truth is that your connection, it stirred a storm within them, and they've been walking that internal path ever since. And then we have this Knight of Swords, and here in this particular card, it is anything but subtle. We can see that there is a sword that pierces the skull, direct and irreversible and intense, and you're not just on their mind, you are their mind space. And this isn't about longing from a distance, this is obsessive thought, mental overdrive, maybe an urgency to speak, but also this paralysis to act. So the sword through the skull, it really symbolizes the battle between wanting clarity and not knowing how to reach it without destruction. We can see in this image that there are these black petunias, and in flower symbolism, this speaks to deep emotions like resentment or sorrow and transformation. So they represent a lot of hidden grief and protection of one's vulnerability. And in this case, this could point to how this person really guards their heart by suppressing their emotions. But their thoughts, they give them no peace. So this is someone who's really trying to cut through the confusion. And every time they try, they hurt themselves with the weight of it. Both piles, they tell a story of a love that didn't vanish, but it did mutate. In pile number 1, they've been journeying through the emotional shadows, uncovering truth through pain and surrender. And in pile 2, they're consumed with thoughts of you, stuck in a loop of should have, said, and what do I do now? So if you felt them in the silence and you've maybe sensed their turmoil from afar, then you're not imagining it. Your heart has really been echoing their unspoken truth.